I don't know if I can actually get away with this or not, but I'm going to try and find out. So I knew I had to do this as soon as I seen this beautiful title menu screen. So let's just move along and get into it and get it over with. Ooh, fuzzy font. That screams 80s. Fred Olin Ray. He's done a lot of stuff. All right, now who is this burnt marshmallow crusty looking motherfucker? Ooh, chop, chop. Oh, it's Friday the 13th, Mrs. Voorhees head cut off effect. And then we jump to the desert? Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell's the guy that got his head cut off? Who the hell was that pizza face motherfucker who jumping on a bed and shit? What the fuck? It's Lionel from Thundercats or Lionel or whatever the fuck his name. I never watched that show. What the hell? Honey, you sure you don't want to get up and watch this movie? You're missing it. I'm only like 2 minutes into it and it's already classic. Yeah, that's what I ought to have right now, trying to watch this. Sloppy drunk.
This is Scalps with the teacher that couldn't go on the field trip.
It gets to that. Spoiler alert. I don't know if that's much of a spoiler or not, but this guy's really driving. He's drinking and driving. Kids watching this, we don't condone drinking and driving like this old bad. Whoa! Thundercats, ho! Okay, back to this guy. Why does this guy keep showing up? Why does the Thundercat keep popping in there? I don't get it. Where's this guy going? There's like nothing out there. He's an old bastard, ain't he? Oh, look at them pants. Them pants are awesome. I used to have a pair of those. That dude's dirty. He needs to take a shower. Alright, oh, shovel time. He's gonna go dig something up. Or dig something and bury it. Maybe he's gonna bury that hat. Oh, whoa! Thank you very much. It's the Lion Elvis. Or Elvis the Lion. It's a Lion Elvis impersonator. That's what it was. I really hope I can get away with posting this. This dude's lost. He don't know where he's at. He has no clue where he's supposed to go. Oh, hey, there's a cave over there. Let's go check out that big hole. Maybe there's something I can dig up over there. Oh, hey, shit. What's this? I didn't even need that damn shovel. Fuck. There's a stick right here. Oh, that's a shovel. Never mind. Oh, he found something. He's got to poke around in the ground with a knife. What'd he find? Bet you it has something to do with the movie. Bet you it's something that he shouldn't find, and it's going to be bad news. Looks like a rock. Bro, it's just a dirty-ass rock. What the fuck? Whoa! That's a zombie from Pee-wee's Playhouse. Uh-oh. Little guy's having a seizure? Is he having a heart? He's having a seizure. Oh, fuck. Must stop the urge to cut throat. Ah. Sometimes I walk out of the bathroom shaking like that because it's just such a traumatic experience. Ooh. Closer. 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 Far away. Farther away. Farther away. Alright, pan up into nothingness. Scalps! You should know just by the name, this is going to be a great movie.
Did you see it? Well, did you? Didn't you? Did you? Didn't you? Go check it out, boy!
Yeah, I had a little bit of fun with Scalps in the beginning, and in complete honesty, that running commentary went the entire length of the movie, much to my wife's dismay because she was trying to sleep. I got several "would you shut the fuck ups" during that viewing. But in any case, on a more serious note, Scalps is not really a good movie. The storyline is okay. I mean, it's kind of basic, but the acting is not very good. The story drags. There was a lot of scenes that just really could have been cut down to run the to decrease the runtime of the movie. There's a lot of just boring scenes of someone driving somewhere. So, not a great movie. But I will say this for Scalps. The Psycho was pretty badass looking. Your bad guy, he was pretty creepy looking. You've seen a shot of him in the beginning of this video. There's also two scenes that were really great. One was probably one of the best throat slashes I've ever seen in a horror movie. And I've seen a lot of horror movies. The way they did this one was very, very good. The wound split open as the head went back. The blood wasn't spurting out in little streams. It was really good. I really liked the throat slash. Also, there was a scene where one of the main guys gets killed with a blow to the back of the head while he's sitting in a truck. That was awesome. At first, I laughed at that scene. I was like, that's funny. But then, when I backed it up to show my wife, I liked it. It was pretty cool the way they did it. But overall, the rest of the movie, there was supposed to be a sequel. It never came to fruition, at least not a studio-made sequel. There is on the DVD special edition that I have, or is it a Blu-ray? I don't remember. But there is a special edition where a fan went out and made a 20-minute long sequel that was what you would expect from a fan film back in the 80s or 90s. Or certainly not the quality of what we have today, but you got to give them credit because they took a very obscure movie and showed it love. There's also an unofficial sequel or an unofficial remake that they showed a clip for that was a recreation of one of the scenes in the beginning that, again, not very good. I don't know how recent the reimagining is. It was a foreign place that this was done in, so I don't know about that at all. It's nothing that's been released. It may be on YouTube, maybe. I haven't looked for it. The director of this movie, Fred Olin Ray, he's got a real funny career because he's done movies like Scalps and Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers and that kind of schlock. But yet he goes on to do Christmas movies, like legitimate Christmas movies, not horror Christmas movies, movies you could watch with your kids that may show on a Lifetime channel. So Fred Olin is quite a character in that, and he's got such a wide array of movies under his belt. He's got a lot. If you look him up on IMDb, you'll see he's well over 100, I think. Watching this movie also made me think, that's Native American killers, not really a genre that went very far. There's not a lot of stuff for it. And I'm not talking about skinwalkers or wendigos. I'm not talking about the urban legend things. I'm talking about where you had a actual Native American killer, whether it's through possession or not. There's 4 that come to mind. Obviously, of course, we've got Scalps. There's another one that is very similar in story called Ghost Dance. It came out in 1982. I don't think Ghost Dance has ever seen the light of anything except VHS, and it's an expensive VHS to get. I ended up watching it on YouTube. But it's a lot of the same storyline where there's an archaeological dig. And they unearth a mummy, actually, in this one, and artifacts. Well, somehow, some way or another, someone gets possessed by the spirit of this nasty Native American and goes around and starts killing people. It's a better quality movie as far as story and acting than what Scalps is. It came out, like I said, 82. Scalps came out, I think, in 87 or 88, maybe even 89. So it was later in the 80s. But Ghost Dance, the biggest problem it has, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this movie. But the biggest problem it has going for it is very simply, it's too dark. And I looked, there's a good 8 minutes in the beginning of nothing but pure blackness. You can't see what the fuck is going on. You can hear shit. You can see a little bit of a little flash or something, but you can't see what's really going on. You can't see who's in the scene, what's happening to them, what they're doing. Nothing. In fact, in the beginning, there's a shot where they show the full moon. And I'm thinking, oh, finally I'm going to be able to see what's going on. And that cloud passes over the moon, covers it all up. So this movie was, you can't see it. Which is sad, because like I said, it was a good movie. I really did enjoy it. A couple others that were, actually, there's 5 that I'm thinking of. Scalps, Ghost Dance. Then you got The Manitou, which came out in the 70s. I think late 70s. I think it's got Tony Curtis in it. This is a weird one, kids. This is a weird one. Woman starts growing a tumor on the back of her neck. And it's growing and growing and growing. Turns out it is a Native American shaman growing like a fetus on the back of her fucking neck. It's not a tumor. It's a fucking Native American fetus of a shaman who's being reborn. Finally crawls out of her tumor in a very over-the-top scene. The good guys score off against a 4-foot midget slathered in some kind of Vaseline jelly-looking shit. Doing sorcery battle and astral stuff. It felt like if Pink Floyd made a horror movie about a Native American midget. Yeah, but it was enjoyable. It was good for a one-time watch. The Native American midget shaman was pretty cool looking. I thought he was pretty wicked. So, it's been a while since I've seen that one, so I can't really say a whole lot on that. The other 2 I've just watched recently. And of course you got Creepshow Part 2. Chief Woodnet. That's a great one. White folk living or having a general store in a rundown, dead-end ghost town. There's a wooden Indian out front that the husband lovingly takes care of and cleans up and puts fresh war paint on it all the time. Making sure the dust doesn't damage Chief Woodenhead. And then one night, a couple of the town kids, a couple of the teenage ruffian kids that are looking to get the fuck out of town, and they're hoodlums. They come into the general store and they just terrorize these people and end up killing the old couple. And then Chief Woodenhead comes back to life as a wooden statue and goes off stalking the 3 bad guys. Great little movie, great short story. It's an anthology out of Creepshow 2, obviously, if you haven't seen it. I don't know why. Creepshow 2, I mean, my God, Stephen King, George Romero, come on, people. But it was a good story, very good. The bad guys were very much despicable, and of course, since this is a big screen release, good acting, good storyline. George Kennedy was the old man in it, the old general store owner. It was a great one, very good, very entertaining, probably the best out of the whole list here. The other one I'm thinking of is Coal Shack, the Night Stalker, old TV show. It was kind of like X-Files before X-Files, because this show was out in, I don't know if it was the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. I think it was the 70s. Now, Carl Kolchak is a news reporter for a independent news service. And every week he comes across some kind of story that everyone thinks, oh, it's a normal thing, but he finds a supernatural aspect is really involved, or a horror aspect is involved. And he investigates it, and ends up taking care of the supernatural entity, or being, or alien, or creature, or whatever it is. They had an episode called Bad Medicine that was about a Native American who was cursed to forever steal rare and precious jewels of a certain nature. I don't remember if it was actually things that were taken from Indian artifacts or if it was just rare and precious jewelry. But this is another really good one. The Native American can shift shapes into animals. He also, in his main form, which he does all the kills in his main form, not as the aliens, not as the animals. He hypnotizes them with their eyes, puts them in a trance, and then kills them in a way that makes it look like it's a suicide. Steals the jewelry, gets away scot-free. Great story, great little TV episode. It's got some chills to it. I mean, it is the 70s. There's not a lot they can do graphically or bad language or anything like that. The deaths are TV deaths, okay? So the neat thing about this one is not only was it a good story, the Native American is played by Richard Kiel, who was Jaws in some of the James Bond movies against Roger Moore. He was in Moonraker. I don't remember the other ones. No, he was in Moonraker and the one right before. Yeah, the one right before it. But I'll be darned if I can remember what that was. But in any case, it was very cool. He went on after this to play another one of the villains in the Kolchak series because he did such a great job as a Native American. They brought him back to play the Spanish Moss Monster. So he did such a good job with this. And that's about it. There seems like in my head, I seem to remember another one that was kind of a Western style, and it had something to do at the end where they had to shoot the bad guy with a special arrow by a special tree or something. But I'll be damned if I can remember what it is. I actually did a lot of research online, looking into trying to find other movies that would fit into the category of kind of this retrospective thing that I'm doing, but I really couldn't. Like I said, a lot of them are movies that have Native Americans in it or take place in Native American lands, like Bats or Nightwings. Yeah, Nightwings. Of course, you got the Skinwalker movies, which is Native American urban legends. But I was really looking for something where the actual killer is a Native American. And there you go. I found about 5 of them. If there's more that are out there, let me know down there in the comments. I'm sure at least one person can come up with at least one other Native American killer movie that I've missed. I look forward to seeing what it is. I hope you like this video. Something a little bit different, a little reaction mixed with a review, mixed with a look at a genre. I plan on doing more of these. In fact, my next one I'm looking at doing some shot on video, SOVs. Doing a little look at some of those. If you like this, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button. We'd love if you hit that notification bell so that you know when we're doing another one. We put up videos sporadically, but pretty frequently. So check them out. You can look at our past videos. If you liked them, throw a like on there. We love seeing likes. We love seeing any kind of activity, especially subscriptions. Come on aboard. Come join us on this crazy ride. It's called Chetty and Lycan's Horror Party Massacre.
I want to thank you. Anything you want, you just name it.